So SPTB have come out again to issue warning that there should not be vote buying come 2027. Because what happened in Kano State is a proof that they might still rig election next election. And it's not even about the government or those in APC, but it's about us Nigerians. Because it's us that are still selling our vote for 1,000 naira. It's still us that are going to steal ballot box. It's still us that are going to overvote. It's still us that are going to sell our vote. And then we are the hungry Nigerians. Those we are selling our vote to, they will win election and they will forget about us. So people is warning, let us not sell our votes in the next election. Let us cast our vote on the person we want, and then let's leave. Let it be that we have done our part. So let us take a review from Arise News. I'll be with you guys in a minute.
The Labour Party's 2023 presidential candidate, Peter Obi, is warning that vote buying is destroying Nigeria's democracy and its future. Well, he's described the practice as a slow poison, saying that those who sell ballots are not just victims, but accomplices, trading away hospitals, schools, and jobs for temporary cash. Now, Obi has argued that politicians who buy votes are not generous, but simply purchasing the license to loot public funds once in office. He urged Nigerians to resist the politics of bribery and to choose leaders who will not plunder, but rather will build. Meanwhile, the Labour Party itself admits to bearing responsibility for recent defections. Interim Chairman Senator Esther Nenadi Usman said weak background checks allowed opportunists to use the party as a platform during the 2023 elections. She announced sweeping reforms, including membership revalidation, targeting 10 million new members, grassroots congresses, and a national convention to elect substantive leaders before the year ends. The party insists it remains resilient and is working to consolidate its base ahead of 2027. Well, joining us now for an analysis on the dangers of vote buying to Nigeria's political future is Dayo Shawali, our Rise News analyst. Thanks for joining us. Welcome to Newsday, Mr. Shawali. So what's your immediate reaction to the allegations of vote buying that have been highlighted, by Peter Obi?
It is part of our culture.
Culture.
Yes.
Wait, that's strong.
Let me expatiate. Yes.
Okay, that's
unfortunate.
The
other day, we were discussing about a Canadian judge who said, who ruled on an immigration matter that a Nigerian could not enter because where he comes from is run by two parties. He mentioned APC, PDP, and that they are terrorists.
Oh, right.
So they are. So he can say that from afar, and I will object to it, which I did. But amongst us now, we must know and agree that all is not well with our democracy.
Of course.
And all what will be said on this issue, I agree totally with him. Because our politics has been monetized, commercialized, and turned into a trading proposition between those who want to be elected and those who are the voters. That is the norm. It is a great aberration. And this particular instance, he is appealing to voters that, you see, have the courage to resist those who are offering you bribe. You get me? Because if you do, you are mortgaging your future to people who buy votes and who don't feel they have a responsibility to anybody in getting them to power. There was a time a governor in the East got to power, and the person who put him there said he would take 13 out of the 15 cabinet posts. And the philanthropist, political philanthropist, now said he invested in power. This is the sort of thing you are talking about now. And it is, you see, if any democracy does that, it is not worthy of the name of democracy. It's not worthy of the name of democracy. I won't say Obitu is part of them, but he has the courage to come out and denounce it. Because what he's saying is that, not him alone, the world at large, and I include myself, our democracy, the way it is being run. I had said it earlier that we escaped the yoke of colonialism in 1960. You get me? And ever since, we have been under another yoke of colonialism, which was military when the 1960s coup was enacted, and even up to now. Because you have a political class, which is a minority vis-a-vis the population, and people cannot buy into them. It's a closed shop.
Yeah.
See, when they do primaries, the candidates will give money to the delegates, and when they do election, it's all over the place. Look at the last by-elections, just done.
The person who got with money, he got pulled over with all that amount of money, and they said it wasn't for vote buying. We covered the story quite extensively here.
So if I say it is our culture, I'm not being sarcastic.
No, it's
it's
just
I don't
unfortunate.
Know, yes,
it's
you know, because I don't know if I'll say it's our culture, maybe our political culture. We're talking about the political elite here weaponizing poverty and a deliberate maintaining and exploitation of poverty. Because if we're having vote buying only works in a system where people are poor. And therefore, they can be swayed by cash gifts or food items. It could even be, before it was a bag of rice, now it can be a single meal, as we've seen in certain, videos.
Recharge cards.
It can be a recharge card. It can, because of the level of multidimensional poverty that we're facing. Now, my question is it possible for people who rely on poverty and vote buying to enter office, is it possible for them to then go into office to then eradicate what put them there?
No way. No way. You see, you have mentioned the root cause. It is poverty. There was a time a former governor asked his people, if they bring money to you, take the money, but don't vote for them. To me, that is not even better than the person who votes for them. You see, so I'm not being cynical, because I've thought about it. This political class, unless you disincentivize power, you discourage people, you get me, from going to office to loot, it will always be like that. Culture is a way of life. You get me? We have a political class that has cornered the entire country. Since we want to be seen as a democracy, they say they are carrying out the request, and what is not on. Ever since we've gone democratic, we have never raised the standard of poverty.
Is it possible to win an election in Nigeria without
money?
Yes, without the vote buying.
It is not possible.
So. It's not possible to.
Yeah, look, I know the meaning of culture.
But that means that if everybody has to do
my culture,
this,
is in quote.
Yes.
But I know what I'm saying.
But if everyone needs to participate in this vote buying or spending of countless monies to enter office, aren't we then asking them to be corrupt? Because they will go in.
They've invested. You are not listening.
They've invested in their office. They need to get their money back.
It's investment. That word.
Yes.
You may not like my saying it is a political culture, but I'm a pragmatist. That is it. To be a presidential candidate, you need 100 million to buy for. How many people can do that?
The money is the engine oil of politics.
It's pervasive and it's almost all-inclusive. But then, it's not everybody who indulges in vote buying.
And they often lose.
No, some people do not need the money. But I will hope that those are in the majority. But it's not very likely. Get me? Because poverty is pervasive.
Very much so.
So, let's talk about the solution.
Exactly. So clearly there's a lack of trust in the electoral system. The question on who this now relies upon, is INEC going to regulate this? Are we going to be internal personal regulators? Is it the political parties that are going to regulate this? Who will regulate? How can we restore public confidence? How can you?
Yes.
Who will bail the cat?
Exactly. Who will bail the cat? And how will we restore public confidence in this democratic process? And encourage genuine voter participation in the future?
You see, by doing the sort of advocacy that Obi is doing, you get me? Calling on people in power to remember that they were voted for and that they did not vote for them to go and loot. But you see, since they see it as an investment, you get me, and giving money to people and they voted them, even the people who voted them cannot protest when they do something wrong because they've been bought in the first instance.
True.
You get me? So it's an anomalous situation, and it pains me. But between us here, you can admit the failure of our democracy. It's not for an outsider to come and tell us in Canada.
Well said.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much.
Because for me, I don't think it's making sense that we are hungry in Nigeria, but yet we are the ones selling our vote to the politicians. Those that after win the election, they will forget about those that helped them. It's very, very annoying to see that somebody that is poor in Nigeria, that don't have money for anything, is still the one rigging, trying to help those that are rigging the election. Because even if they buy your vote for 10,000 naira, it's not enough to sustain in the next 4 years, which they will be in office. So why not Nigerians wake up and just cast your vote and say no to bribery and corruption? If we can say no to bribery and corruption, half of our issues have been solved. But the issue that is still within the poor Nigerians, within the hungry Nigerians, they will still bring up people that they will buy that will still ballot box. It's still within the hungry Nigerians that they will still pay people to go and overvote. They will still buy somebody's vote to vote for the wrong person for small amount of money. It is still us Nigerians that are suffering it. The one happened in 2023 that stole ballot box. Where are they now? They are still hungry. The government can never assure anybody anything because after the election is done and they wins, they forget about even those that stole ballot box, those that risk their life to do one or two other for a party to win. The government will forget about you. Where are those that stole ballot box last election? Where are they now? They are all hungry. Where are those that sold their votes to APC? They are still hungry. It's not as if that Nigerians don't know the right thing to do, but because we have chosen not to do the right thing for the wrong reasons. Because choosing to be bribed is a wrong reason for you to do the wrong thing come 2027. So B2B is issuing warning. Let us not sell our vote come 2027. Let us all do the right thing. Cast your vote on the candidate you know that is going to deliver Nigeria. If it's Tinubu, you think, well, do it, but don't sell your vote. Don't snap ballot box. Don't collect bribe to do the wrong thing. But let me get your vision thoughts in the comment section. I'll be guys in my next video.